Baltimore, Maryland is a cruise ship embarkation port. Is it really a gritty second choice port compared to, say, New York or Miami? Well, she comes with advantages you may want to consider. So in this video, we break down the arrival and boarding process and show you why we think this city should be your go-to no-nonsense port from the East Coast. I'm Troy, and this is the Port Lowdown. Baltimore is along the eastern seaboard, pretty much a neighbor to Washington, D.C., about 40 miles away, and along the highway corridors to New York City and the rest of the East Coast. It's centrally located for mid-Atlantic sailings to Canada and New England in the fall, to the Caribbean in the winter and spring, and Bermuda all year round. The single-berth terminal complex is designed for efficiency and isolation from downtown traffic hassle. It's a workhorse. And many choose to drive here, this being the closest major cruise port to the Midwest and Mid-Atlantic regions, and park in their expansive open lot. But let's say you fly there. For that, you'll land at Baltimore Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport, BWI. 10 miles or about 15 to 20 minute drive to the port. Pretty good airport overall. There are multiple finger-like concourses connecting to a central hub right here. It functions as one continuous terminal, with baggage claim essentially one big long hallway, belts 1 through 17, that run the length of a huge building on the lower level. There are some services close to the carousels too, like sundry stores, tourist information desks, and bathrooms that double as reinforced shelters. I was too afraid to ask from what. Info is plentiful. The signs all say the same thing, really. Which door along the concourse to find your needed service. Those door numbers are your inside guide to the outside. Once out, the pillar numbers can help guide a driver to find you along the traffic corridor. There are lots of choices for getting out, and most, save one exception that we'll get to in a sec, are on the ground floor outside baggage claim. But note that there are no direct public transport options to the port terminal directly, period. So any public transport option will get you close enough to your hotel, but will involve hauling those bags. From the airport, you have local buses and a light rail, but they are not recommended. If we were to take public transport at all, our choice is the train to downtown, which you access via the free 10-minute shuttle to the station. Decent ride too, with luggage space of course. Once there, you'll have plenty of options of buying tickets with a service desk or kiosks. Just be sure you get on the right platform, or you might be visiting Washington, D.C. instead. So your remaining options, short of private pickups or cruise ship shuttles, is taxi or rideshare. Taxis are along the inner curb, or the sidewalk right outside the door, usually near doors 5 and 13, so you're never too far away from the stand. There's usually cabs waiting right outside, but there is a dispatch desk. They run on meters and accept credit cards. The typical trip to downtown runs about $35. Now, there is a mandated flat $30 charge to the cruise port directly. That vehicle is a standard sedan, so if you have a large group and mountains of luggage, it's best to pre-book a private shuttle. Courtesy hotel shuttles are also on the lower level, on the outer curb, the sidewalk after crossing the road. And if you have a friend or family member picking you up, that lower level outer curb is also your place. Now, Uber and rideshare are the exception to that ground floor location. Rideshares are only authorized to pick up on level 2 departures, and only between doors 5 and 12. But there are lots of elevators to take you there from baggage claim. We did that, and while it's a few extra minutes to the pickup spot, it wasn't too much of a hassle, frankly. Now, as usual, we advocate for an overnight stay instead of a same-day flight and board, especially if you're coming off a long flight. The downtown area close to the port is compact enough to be manageable and affordable enough for a reasonable overnight stay. And the city's tough reputation is tempered with its openly gracious and freewheeling attitude from seemingly everybody. An unpretentious, quirky spirit we felt quite at home in. Worth a few days of exploring in our humble opinion, especially since the city is at the cusp of huge waterfront redevelopment and includes lots of cool museums and historic sites. To make planning all of this easier, we created a printable cruise port guide, which offers essential information like ATMs, sidewalk quality, landmarks, even tips on potential problems to watch out for. And we also included our specially pinned Google Map guide, which you can download, save to your own account, and use for directions even without an internet connection. If you want to give these a try, click our link in the description or check out our store at portlowdown.com. Now, hotel-wise, we chose the Spring Hill Suites by Marriott, an interesting hotel in an old bank building near Lexington Market. Now, frankly, it's a somewhat dicey area, although we didn't have any issues walking around there during the day. But the hotel itself was very secure, with super nice and professional staff, complimentary breakfast, and spacious, comfortable rooms. And Lexington Market had amazing food variety that was totally worth checking out. Think of it like a deep dive into Baltimore. And if you want fabulous crab cakes, Fadley's is a must. See our link in the description for the hotel booking details. Now, getting to the port is a breeze, but like we said, you can't use a bus or train to get there. That's because it's isolated from downtown at South Locust Point. Cruise Maryland Terminal is the official name and a default when indicating to your driver where to go. The direct feed from the freeway avoids the midtown traffic hassles. It's a secure, working cargo area designed for quick, streamlined road access. It's a single dock, so your ship will be the only player in town, which helps with crowds. Cars drop off directly at the baggage drop-off, where porters take your tag bags. Now, if you drive there, it's a similar workflow. Drop off the bags first, and folks with mobility issues. Then turn and follow the directions to the parking entrance, where you pay the fee, get a parking permit, park, then walk. Parking fees, as of recording, are $25 per night for passenger cars and SUVs. Credit card payments only, and no reservations available online. First come, first serve. The parking area is a wide open lot to both sides of the terminal building. There are bathrooms on either side, but while the west side has a standing porta potty, the east side has a climate-controlled restroom trailer. Warm and cozy.
Warm in here. I mean, it's like, I didn't expect this kind of bathroom. It was like, it's got a heater. That's pretty trippy.
Once at the building, it's pretty basic and similar to, say, Brooklyn Port, but a lot less hectic. A mostly stress-free experience. We were on the ship within 20 minutes of entering the building. Ample bathrooms, extensive, if somewhat basic seating, vending, water fountains, even some tourist info. It's not fancy, but it gets the job done well and efficiently. Returning was also smooth. Separate exits for handicapped, and for the rest, a longer roundabout walk to the baggage claim. Stepping out from baggage claim, I saw this sign and realized, oh, the parking lot has assigned sections per cruise line, so it keeps things organized through the week. Once outside, the taxis are lining up. Official taxis are mandated to charge a flat $30 rate per car, as of recording, for an airport transfer, and they take both credit cards and cash. Now, if anyone's approaching you to offer a ride, is hustling outside the official queue, hoping to charge an inflated off-the-book rate. For private pickups and ride shares, walk directly out to the pickup area in the middle of the lot. Almost all of this is exposed to the elements, save a small hut to one side. Still, the road configuration is long, wide, and designed for good flow. Even when it's crowded, it's not hectic. Just really cold during our November cruise.
Ooh, these were nice and warm and cuddly in here.
Yeah, I look cool with a dimple.
You do.
Overall, the sailing process from here was direct, simple, and basic. Not much frills, but not much stress either. Definitely a reliable East Coast cruising option. If you got good value from this video, hit us up with a like and share with your shipmates. And did you know we offer memberships? We can get perks like early access to our videos and links to our curated maps. Check it out by clicking the join button. And keep those comments and questions coming. We love them and answer them as soon as we can. Happy travels and see you on the next cruise.